25 years ago tomorrow, 4 days before Christmas, a bomb exploded aboard a Pan Am jetliner over Lockerbie, Scotland. All 259 on board, mostly Americans, and 11 on the ground were killed. Justice correspondent Bob Orr tells us that all these years later, the case is still open and still haunts the man who led the U.S. investigation.
When a bomb blew apart Pan Am 103 over Scotland, it was the deadliest terror attack ever against U.S. civilians. At the U.S. Justice Department, a young prosecutor, Robert Mueller, was tasked with leading the investigation.
Tragedy.
25 years later, Mueller says the hunt for the bombers goes on.
I was aware that this is a case that needs further investigation, and there are a number of people that we are still seeking, and hopefully we'll have sufficient evidence to charge in the future.
Investigators quickly determined an explosive device blew a hole in the side of the Boeing 747. Analysts from the CIA traced this tiny bomb fragment to Libya, then headed by strongman Muammar Gaddafi. 2 men were arrested, but only 1 was convicted. Mueller says others who helped plan and carry out that attack are still at large.
You want to know who ordered it, and you want to know who approved it, and who else was involved in carrying out the attack. I think the planning had to take at least several months. It was well thought out, it was well planned, and it was well executed.
Is there any doubt in your mind that this went to the highest levels of the Libyan government?
None.
Gaddafi himself may have known?
Yes.
Mueller went on to lead the FBI for 12 years, directing the investigation into the 9/11 attacks. But Pan Am 103 still haunts him. He recalls visiting a storage facility housing belongings of the victims.
And you walk along, and on these wooden shelves, and you see a Syracuse sweatshirt. You see some tennis sneakers that were worn by some kid, and that brings to life the fact that these are lives that are lost that should not have been lost.
Through the years, Mueller has joined families in honoring the victims. And on this anniversary, they will gather once more, mindful that 25 years later, justice has not been done for those lost at Lockerbie. Bob Orr, CBS News, Washington.